So, my husband of 14 years just told me he wants a divorce.
We have been married for over 14 years, no kids, they are child free. And the husband came from nowhere. They were supposed to go on a trip. So he came from nowhere and started being moody. And she's like, "What's up with you? Why are you, you know?" And he was like, he doesn't love her anymore. He wants a divorce. He's no longer interested. So she made a video crying, she doesn't know what to do. She has been with him since she was 19 years old, and they've been together for the past 12 years. It was her first, and she's just documenting the whole process and trying to see what she can do. He told her that he doesn't love her again, and a lot of people are saying maybe he has another woman, and that is why he's behaving that way. Let me show you all this video, then we'll talk about it at the end of the video.
So, my husband of 14 years just told me he wants a divorce. That he loves me as a person. He thinks I'm great, but he is not in love with me anymore. He doesn't see me in a romantic way anymore, and just so caught off guard. Like, I'm always so open with him about my feelings, about what's going on, and there was nothing. I could tell something was wrong, and he's in Boston right now for work, and I messaged him like, "What's wrong? Like, we're going on vacation tomorrow, or today we're going, or we're." And I was like, "What's wrong? I was like, I feel like you've been off. Do you want a divorce or something?" And he said, "I don't want to have this conversation." And I said, "Well, do I need to cancel our trip?" And he said, "I think that's best." And then I called him, and he's not in love with me anymore. I asked if there was anything I could do to change, like, because I don't want this. And he said, "No, it's not salvageable." I don't know what to do. I don't know how. After 14 years, you just throw it all away. And he was just so cold. So cold. He sounded like a robot. Just no feelings at all. And even if he wanted to salvage it, how do I go from "I'm not in love with you anymore" or "see you like that" to loving him, like, to trusting him, and to not think about that every day? But also, how do you trust somebody after this? How do you say that it's not going to happen again? So, update. Looked at his phone records, of course. Some girl he's been talking to for 2 hours at a time. Talked to her for 3 hours yesterday after he told me he wanted a divorce. So happy with him. And I hope he doesn't get tired of you after 14 years. So. He also went on his computer, changed his Facebook password, deleted his Twitter, deleted his Instagram. Tuesday, all the same day he left for Boston. So honestly, who even knows if he's coming home? He might be on the trip with her. I don't know. Hi. Thought I would do a video of me not crying. The past 2 videos I posted were actually recorded a few days ago. I just got around to feeling okay to post them now. I will do a Q&A later because there have been a lot of comments. But I first wanted to say that me recording my experience is nothing, it's not new to me. I own a travel agency and I travel all around the world, and so I'm always recording where I am or, you know, how things are. I got gum revision surgery and veneers. I recorded that whole process, and like it's just something I've always done for me to look back on to see how I was feeling at that time, or if I can help anyone in the future. So it is what it is. So I wanted to tell y'all what happened when he got home from Boston that Friday. We went out on the patio and talked, and I was bawling, completely bawling, and he had no emotion at all. He asked me why I was tormenting myself by crying. I said, because, you know, I'm losing my husband of 14 years. He swore up and down there was not another girl. Swore up and down. And I just asked him a few questions, like, how did we get here? I thought we were great. And he said, throughout our marriage, I always thought one of us was into each other more than the other. And I was like, yeah, that's marriage. Like, that's, you know, marriage is work, and you're not going to be head over heels with someone all the time. He mentioned that, you know, throughout the years, each of us has come to each other with, I guess, not issues, but just like things that we were feeling. And he said that we never took the time or cared enough to really fix those issues, that they would get better for about a month and then they would go back to how they were. I don't agree with that statement that he made. I mean, I think that is, again, just life, and you have to work on yourself. You know, we loved each other. We traveled the world together. I mean, literally my absolute best friend. And, you know, if I don't do the laundry enough, and that's an issue, then I didn't think it was that big of an issue. But here we are. So, again, he denied there was another person, and I mentioned the phone records. I just said phone records, and he stopped in his tracks completely and stared at me. And I said, just so you know, I know. And he said, you know, I have a friend. And I said, no, friends don't talk to each other for 2 hours upstairs while their wife is sleeping, and then they come down and have with me right after. Friends don't talk to other friends for 3 hours after they tell their wife they want a divorce. They don't talk to them the day that they buy a Jeep. Oh, we bought a Jeep 3 weeks ago, guys. Yeah, so that's fun. There's just so many things that you don't do with just friends. So he didn't say anything. He told me I can believe what I want to believe to make me feel better. So that is that. We sat down and talked about how we wanted to divvy things up that day. And the rest is history. I did film some more things, but and I did ask him, like, are you staying here? Like, what is your plan? And he asked me if I was kicking him out. And I'm like, well, what did you think was gonna happen when you told me this? When you decided that this is what you want all by yourself without giving me any indication? He did agree he blindsided me and that he had not been honest with me with his feelings or anything. So, I mean, I guess that is something. But here we are. Y'all have been... when I posted this, I did not... I did not expect this. The amount of women that have reached out to me privately through just comments who've shared the same hurt. I am so sorry any of you have ever gone through this, because no one deserves this. No one deserves this kind of pain from a man. I've been married to him since I was 19. He was the first person I ever with, you know. I waited till I was married. He knows all my secrets. He knows me front and back. And now he has all those memories and things of me. You know, that it's just weird. It's really weird, but I pray for all of everyone who has gone through this, who is going through this, and to all the men out there that are commenting on my stuff, like, you and your 3 followers can go somewhere. You're probably single too, so. But I will do a Q&A. There are so many things that have happened since those 2 videos that I have recorded, I have documented. The feelings are very much still raw. Do we have kids? No, we do not. We have 3 dogs. There's one, and I get all of them. When we met, he actually asked me if I wanted kids, and I said I would rather adopt. And he said, well, that's good, because there's a 99% chance I can't have kids. So we kind of just knew our whole marriage that we didn't really want them. And then one day I really wanted to get off birth control, and he decided to get a vasectomy because of that, because we didn't want to take the chance of getting pregnant. I mean, that was 11 years into our marriage, so we just kind of knew we didn't want them. Do I want kids in the future? It's a great question, and I don't know. I mean, my life just got flipped upside down, and I don't know if I'm going to look at life in a different way now. I don't know if I'm going to meet someone and be like, oh my gosh, like, I have to have a family with this man. I do not know. We will see. So he came over last night, and I said, you know, I just have some questions. I have questions, but I don't want to know a lot of the answers to some questions, so I'm not going to ask many. I said, what happened? Like, how did we get here? And he just said the same thing, that, you know, we've had issues back and forth throughout the years, and neither one of us, I guess, took the time to fix those issues. But again, I disagree. I asked him what he has said about me to other people. He said he has not said one bad thing. I asked him if he was the one who got her number. He didn't say anything, and I just said, okay. And he said it doesn't matter, and I was like, well, it's like, I know the answer, so that's fine. I said, "What do you talk about for 2 hours upstairs while I'm asleep to another woman?" And he said, "I was just venting to her." And I said, "Well, you should be venting to your friends who did not know anything about this, or to your wife." He is weirdly defending her, saying, "Don't bring her into this." And I'm like, "Well, she's in it. She talked to the married man for 2 hours. Like, she did that. You did that. You both are pieces of shit." And he told me I need to accept it and move on. I told him I had accepted it. You are not coming back. You're done. I'm done with you. I said I'm shocked he has no emotion. Like, he was getting mad at me for asking questions when I told him I deserve answers. Like, this is happening to me. I said, "I know you've had longer to process this because it's been going on for so long, but I am just now getting to process it." So that was our conversation. I don't think I have any more questions that I want to know the answers to. So we just keep on going each day. So
14 years of your life to a man is a whole lot of years. And from nowhere, him saying that he's no longer interested, he's no longer in love, means that he has been cheating. To me, he has another woman. Whoever that he was talking to for 2 hours, 3 hours, a lot has been going on deep down. And that is why he's going to leave you, because he has assurance that he's going to be with someone else. A man, I feel like in my own head, I feel like a man is not going to leave his wife that did nothing to him and just wants to be on its own, unless probably he's rainbow, right, and he wants to go and meet another man. But if he will want to stay with you, even though he doesn't have that feelings for you, until he finds somebody else to replace you with. So now he already has someone else. And of course, I just know he might not leave her in 14 years or anything, but him just cheating on you while you guys were married and all of that does not guarantee that he's not going to do the same thing to her. But she's asking that what can she do and all of that. For me, I don't even think she should. If he should come back and say, "Oh, he probably was joking," or that is how it feels, and there's nothing about what can you do and all of that. He has already told you how he feels about you, and luckily for you, you don't have a child with him. So I just feel like it's going to be difficult, but then it's going to be easy difficult, if that makes sense, compared to when you have so many children, or you have three or four or two or even a child with him. It might be difficult living, but now you don't have any child with him, and so I feel for her anyway. This is definitely a serious heartbreak, like a very serious heartbreak. For 14 years is a friend, a best friend. They've been together all like since she was 19. Wow. And just like that, he found someone else. He's just denying it because he doesn't want to be painted the bad person, and that's why he's denying it, that he's not with another person. Because who are you talking to? Whoever you're talking to is your potential person, your potential next person. Even though if something, and I feel like something must have been happening already, and you cannot just leave, because the way she sounded is as if they've never had any issue. There was no pending issue. Even if there's issue, they move on and things are fine. All of a sudden, you're just saying you're no longer interested. You guys, what's your take on this? Kindly share your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Mariah David, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.